A couple of quick techniques on board breaking and board break setup. Obviously, if you're breaking boards, you're probably going to have your elbow pads or your striking gloves on, like for testings, different things. We're going to also, we'd be breaking different colors for testing. I know for me, I had to break it black. This shows up a little better on camera, and we're going to go no gloves so you can kind of see what my wrists and hands are doing. So a couple things to think about. We'll walk through the three basic hand techniques first. You got your first one, which is the Hammerfist. Now, this one probably is going to sting the most, especially if you don't have a glove or if you're hitting with like your wrist. So I want to kind of push my hand down a little bit. So I'm hitting with this part first and not leading with my wrist bone. The setup for both of these three are going to be similar, except for the Hammerfist is going to be more of a circular technique. The other two are going to be a more straight down technique. So on the downward techniques, I am going to be closer. On the circular technique, I'm going to be a little further back. So for me, what I'm thinking about on my Hammerfist, my favorite hand is in the back. My opposite leg is in the front. That's going to allow me to turn my hips and use both legs when I do this. Also, don't want to just stand up tall while I do the break. So I'm not going to try to stand up here and try to break it. You could probably break it that way, but I'm thinking about letting this leg, this knee go to the ground as I'm hitting past the board. I'm also not thinking about hitting here. I'm thinking about hitting down where the cushions are. All right, so from here, I'm going to go opposite leg in the front, favorite hand in the back. It's going palm out to palm in, and this leg is going to drop as I do the Hammerfist. And you're going to try to go straight down. Also, I don't want to stop right there at the board. I want to go past the board and aim for the bottom. So again, I'm trying to hit with this portion here more so than your wrist bone. So I'm not going to have my hand flex back this way as much as I can. I'm going to have it flex this way a little bit so I can try to hit with this pad. Also, you'll have your striking gloves on. So the next two, you have the palm heel and the elbow smash. Now the Hammerfist was a circular technique, and it's fast. It's coming from way back here, and it's making a circle. It's a circular technique. That's what I want. For the palm heel, though, it's going to be a straight technique, and a lot of people do a circular technique with the palm heel, and they go similar to the Hammerfist, but instead of making a fist, they just kind of slap the board like this. I mean, you could maybe break it like that, but it's going to be much more difficult. So I want to get much closer to it. So my front leg is almost even with this. I don't think I've ever had a student that gets too close for either of these two techniques. A lot of people get too far and they have trouble. I want to get really close. So if I want to get my shoulder, the breaking shoulder in line with the board. So it's in line this way, depth-wise, and obviously in line in the middle. So that hand's going to go up. My hips are going to go down, legs are going to go down, similar to the Hammerfist, but I want to go more straight down. So if you're having trouble with this one, have them go, put their hand here, and get their shoulder in line with it. I want to get my elbow straight up, and then I want to go down, straight down, and fast. Now, when you're learning it, you may be kind of going kind of slow, but speed is going to add power. Go as fast as I can if I don't know how to do the move yet. So I got to learn the technique, practice the technique, then as I learn it, I'm going to speed it up. So for the elbow smash, board station will be rotated 90 degrees, very similar. Common problems on this, everybody gets too far away and they hit it going like this. And the arm kind of glances off, shooting more forward. I got to go more straight down. You're going to be uncomfortably close to the board station. Uncomfortably close. Like everybody wants to get further back. The closer, the better. I get my elbow straight up as high as I can get it. Now, if your arms are super long, you make it go higher than this. But and I'm also turning my shoulders, and I'm not just lifting my arm. Also, so on the elbow, I'm going to hit with the front part of my elbow here. I'm not going to hit it like this with this part. Some of the kids definitely try that. And then every now and then you'll see them drop the elbow like this. I don't want to do either one of those. So I also want to make a tight fist, which is going to tighten up my forearm muscles. So I get really close to it. Elbows right in line with it, and then we go from there. So elbow goes up, I go down, try to hit right in the middle, and then that's it. So couple reminders for those three basic hand techniques. The only circular technique in there is the Hammerfist. I'm going to be a little further back for that one, and I'm making a big fast circle with a tight fist, hitting with the meaty part of my hand. For the elbow and the palm heel, I got to get much closer and try to go straight down. So my elbow up to elbow down. So video yours if you're having trouble and see how yours looks. Are you going straight down? Are you glancing forward? You can still break them going forward or kind of even going backwards. If you hit it hard enough and fast enough, you can break it. But if you have really good technique, it'll be much easier to break. And when you go up to the different board colors or start stacking boards, it won't be that big a deal if you have really good technique.